That's right. Y'all see it. Y'all see how goofy I'm looking right now? That's how goofy them damn calls were these past few weeks. Yeah, that's right. You already know what I'm talking about. I'm not going to indulge too much into this because, it is what it is. But I'm going to be 1,000 with y'all. I'm still heated. And I still do believe we were cheated. I get it because it's Sean Brady out there. We got a baby Tom Brady. He got 7 wings. He got 7 wings. He got 7 wings. You can't disrespect the GOAT. You can't disrespect the GOAT. He got 7 wings. He got 7 wings. I don't give a fuck. Excuse my language. I don't care. I really don't care if the man got 13 rings. Yeah, the man's the GOAT. And yes, he has beaten us in the 28. I don't care, bro. But for y'all to blatantly say that was roughing the passer, like I said, I'll dig deep into that. I mean, same thing happened with the Chiefs. I mean, granted, the Chiefs did end up winning that game, but I'm gonna be real with y'all. I had to sit up for this. These roughing the passer calls are starting to get a little bit out of hand, and I understand why to an extent because of the fact that what happened with Tua. I'm saying prayers up to Tua and his family and stuff like that. Honestly, that was a very, very, sad, crazy situation going on with that. And, I'm hoping, you'll be able to recover. And, I'm glad he's all right. Shame on, that doctor for clearing him. I mean, we all seen that Bills game and we all clearly seen like he was not all right. But, things have been happening, they already let him go. But I'm gonna be real, like that's just, you should know better than that. A man could have lost his life out there on the field. I understand it's football. I understand the risk. These guys got to put their bodies on the line. And I know some fans can be very, unsentimental towards, football players because everybody's like, oh, they make millions. It's whatever. What they got to cry about. They don't got to work 9 to 5. I mean, they don't. But don't hate on them because, they were blessed with a gift. Like I said in my previous video, I do apologize. I was sick. I didn't upload week 4's reaction and stuff like that. But right now we're going in week 5. Like I said, week 4 has already been here, already been and gone already. So I'm not going to really indulge too much into that. But week 5, we got to figure something out. I want y'all to really look at these little few clips. First things first, I'm going to talk about the Falcons and Tampa Bay game. Yes, I'm going to talk about that game. I'm not, I'm over it. But I'm going to be real with you. I am pissed about it because I don't understand what else is Grady Jarrett supposed to do in that situation. Some people are going to be like, oh, it's the right call. And some people are going to be like, it's not the right call. I honestly do believe it was not the right call. I don't know how or what else could Grady do any better with sacking Tom Brady. You know what I'm saying? But I get it's Tom Brady. He's going to get the calls no matter what. You can say I chew on his ass and you're gonna get a flag, so it doesn't really matter, bro. It's annoying. I'm still a little annoyed about it. I know it's already being passed, but come on now, what else are we supposed to do? And that goes for any other QBs out here. But honestly, too, and I don't care. Anybody can fight me on this. It's only a specific group of QBs that they will throw flags for. I've seen so many other QBs not get that call and get messed up and not get a single flag thrown for them. You're also putting the defensive players in a bind because what about their safety too? You know what I mean? Because now it's what are the defensive players supposed to do now? I get it. You want to protect everybody. You want to keep everyone from a concussion protocol. But then again, I'm what are other players going to do? You know what I'm saying? What are they supposed to do now? Are they supposed to just barely touch them, tap them, push them a little bit? I don't, you know what I mean? So it's just I don't know. They just got to figure something out with that. There's some, I get it. Like I said, you want to protect everybody. There's some of those sack, tackles and stuff like that are not that crazy or roughing, you know what I mean? Especially I was watching Steelers game a little bit. Kenny Pickett slides down, get a little late hit and stuff like that. They barely want to throw a flag on that. And then when Kenny Pickett was running out and stuff like that, I don't know what the DM, I don't know what the name was for that defensive end that came crashing in, trying to mess up his leg and stuff like that. I get it. He's running outside the pocket, so it's like it's all good to go. But still, like, bro, like, come on, like, chill out. You know what I mean? Like I said, I understand it's a risk, but like, come on now. Like, clearly the man's trying to get out of bounds. There's no need for you to try to hurt or ruin his, future career with a leg injury early. You know what I'm saying? As a rookie at that, but I'll fight anybody on that. I will debate on that no matter what, because at the end of the day, it's just like there's to an extent, like, you gotta like really look at what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? And also, like I said, you need to call it fair. Which I was reading what this man Booger said. A PFAW pool reporter Greg Amanu interviews with referee Jerome Booger, and his question was, there was a third down penalty where the Falcons had a roughing the passer called after sacking Tom Brady that extended the drive. Just looking for clarification on what constituted that roughing the passer. Booger says, what I had was the defender grabbing the quarterback while he was still in the pocket, unnecessarily throwing him to the ground. That is what I was making my decision based upon. So the reporter asked, that play was similar to the play the injured Miami's quarterback Tua Tagovailoa. Is that something you have made a specific measure to try to watch out for? The takedowns on quarterbacks like that. This man Booger said, no, not necessarily. You practically already just basically said, if it ain't Brady or certain type of NFL favorite type QBs that they like, you're not getting a call. Or I don't know what it is. I get it. They're trying to be more safe and stuff like that. But some of these calls, that you're ruining certain games off of that, bro. I'm not saying that after that sack, we were going to drive down the field and win the game. But damn it, man. We could have had a chance to, like, you know what I mean? We could have had a chance at least. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that Mariota was going to freaking drive down the field and throw make an amazing play. I mean, trust me, he is turnover prone. And I don't want to throw Riddler out there and then have him suffer. You know what I mean? And then everybody want to call him a bust. We're just, we're rebuilding. So it is what it is. But Mariota, you freaking suck, bro. Like, you're literally garbage. Like, you have more interceptions than touchdowns. Like, I don't understand. Like, I really don't understand at all. It's like the moment you go to throw the ball, I'm already knowing there's going to either be a pick six or a turnover every time the ball's in your hand. You are horrific. Granted, we didn't have Pitts and we didn't have Cordell Patterson, so I'll give him a little slide on that. But I'm gonna be real, like, this is getting out of hand with these calls, man. You know what I'm saying? Granted, the Chiefs ended up winning, but the little sack on Derek Carr from Chris Jones, how was that roughing the passer? You know what I mean? Like, it's just crazy. And it's so funny to me because when Tua, when he got grabbed, he literally got slammed down. No flag was called for that. So I was like, it's starting to get to the point where, like, are they picking and choosing which QBs they want to call it for? You know what I'm saying? It's starting to, like, I don't understand that. You know what I mean? But it's whatever on that aspect. You know, I hope they get that. Hope they get it right, which they need to get it right. I know I'm looking like a clown right now because that's how clownish this, these calls are being. And I know people are gonna be like, you're being a clown now talking about. I know. And this is what I feel is my opinion. You know what I mean? Everybody has their own opinion. I do strongly believe that these calls have been just obnoxious and they need to figure something out. Yes, protect the players, but also don't try to ruin the game as well. Especially on certain calls that are not really roughing the passer. But it is what it is on that aspect. But, week 5 is here and stuff like that. Not week 5, week 6. We're coming up to week 6. I'm going to give you guys my prediction and thoughts on how week 6 is going to go. And then after that, this will be the end of that video. And then, of course, the next following week. So, yeah, week 6, we got Commanders versus Bears this Thursday. I have the Commanders winning that game. I think Commanders will end up pulling it off unless the Bears can get to Carson Wentz and just throw him off. But yeah, I got the Commanders winning that game for sure. And then Ravens Giants, I have Ravens. Seems like they're starting to pick it back up. Defense is starting to come together. Lamar just gonna have to step his game up and play a little bit better. These are like the past 2 games he's had a very bad, little 2 bad games right now. So he needs to get back into his groove. I got the Ravens beating the Giants, even though the Giants are on a little hot streak right now, But on to the next thing, Jaguars Colts. I don't know, man. Last time I picked the Colts, the Jaguars spanked them. I got Jaguars beating the Colts again. The Colts, for some reason, Matt Ryan is washed, and I'm gonna stand on that. I know I said I apologize like a couple weeks back because they beat the Chiefs. I mean, lucky win. But the Colts are washed. Like, not even the Colts. Matt Ryan's just washed in general, and their offense is terrible. Like, really, really terrible. Like, it's very sad. But yeah, I got the Jaguars winning that game. Patriots Browns. That game's gonna end up being really good. Lately, the Browns have been in it, but they have been like selling the past few weeks. I think the Patriots can end up taking the dub on the Browns. Maybe. If Patriots can stop the running game and force Brissett to like throw. But like I said, they have a good O-line as well. I got the Browns beating the Patriots. I feel like the Browns might have a little bit more firepower. Actually, no, I'll take the bet. Well, I don't know. This game's a toss-up. I got the Browns. I'll stick with the Browns. I got the Browns winning that game. Bengals Saints. That game should be really good. I think I'll have the Bengals winning that game. But I mean, we don't know if Andy Dalton's gonna end up playing like an MVP because against his former team. But I had the Bengals winning that game, especially just not having their QB and stuff like that. But defensively should be a really good game overall for the Bengals, trying to bounce back after a loss from last week. Buccaneers Steelers. I got the Buccaneers winning that game. Hopefully Kenny Pickett can do his thing. I mean, that's 2 back-to-back tough games for him to try to do something. But I think Buccaneers are going to end up winning. And then 49ers Falcons. You already know I'm picking my Falcons in that game. We're going to play really tough. Do I believe we're going to win that game? No, we're probably not going to win that game, but I'm still going to pick them to win either way because, I'd rather die for them. Jets, Packers. I got, I'll pick the Jets to beat the Packers. Yeah, I got the Jets beating the Packers. Jets have a very good defense, solid offense. They're starting to really put it together. They're still young, and it's really going to be awesome to see how that game turns out. But yeah, I got Jets winning that game, beating Aaron Rodgers at home. Then Vikings, Dolphins. I got the Vikings winning that game. Right now, Dolphins are just having just bad luck on QB situations. They already lost Tua. They already lost Bridgewater. Now they got their 3rd string back up. I think last name is Thompson or Skylar Thompson. I think that's his name. But Vikings are going to probably end up winning that game. I think they might try to keep it close, but eventually it'll hurt them. And it sucks too because the Dolphins were like on fire, man. They were looking so good. It just sucks like it's hitting them at this early and at the wrong time in a sense. So yeah, I got Vikings winning that game. Panthers Rams. I have. So I got Rams bouncing back as well, after their loss to the Dallas Cowboys, who are playing amazing. Cardinals Seahawks. I see the Cardinals winning that game. I know they're probably tired of losing. And actually, yeah, I got Cardinals winning that game. I could see them bouncing back as well on that one. But Seahawks have been playing good too. Bills Chiefs. That game is gonna be fireworks. I don't know how that game is gonna end. Both teams have actually pretty solid defense. You know what I'm saying? Bills I do feel they have a little bit more, but they are facing a little bit of injuries at that very moment of defense. But Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, I expect that game to be a banger. I will say Bills will probably edge out the Chiefs and win that game for sure. I'm not going to say it's going to be a blowout. I do expect it to be a very, very, very intense game. Very defensive heavy. Then eventually might start airing it out. But yeah, I still believe the Bills end up winning that game. Cowboys, Eagles, the Sunday night game. Ain't gonna lie, that's the game I'm really excited for as well. Cowboys are playing good without Dak Prescott. Cooper Rush is doing his thing. People are questioning if they need Dak Prescott. I mean, you paid Dak Prescott a very high contract, a large contract at that. You're going to still play him after you just paid him all that money, which you expect. But hey, I mean, they're still winning games. That defense is amazing. Eagles defense is good as well. We just gotta see how this goes. I mean, I'm actually excited. Now, if it was Dak versus Jalen Hurts, it would be even more exciting. But it still is either way because like Cowboys are not messing around. The way they just dismantled the Rams, it's insane. And like, and the fact they're doing it with a backup QB, you know what I mean? And Cooper Rush. And Cooper Rush ain't no slouch, you know. He's been shown he's that man. But yeah, who I pick in that game? Do I see the Eagles end up edging out the Cowboys, or do I see the Cowboys making it, hard for Jalen Hurts to get going? I'm gonna pick the Cowboys ending the Eagle streak. Yeah, I see the Cowboys ending the Eagle streak. I think that's gonna be dope. It's definitely gonna keep the rivalry hot and going, and everybody's just gonna be like, all at each other's throats and stuff. Broncos, Chargers. Honestly, I just feel like any team that plays the Broncos, it might end up being boring unless you're just blowing them out. Because Broncos, for some reason, just can't get their offense going. They just can't get nothing going. It's weird. You know what I'm saying? They probably thought Russell Wilson was going to be like Peyton Manning. You just plug him in there, and then he's just going to throw for 55 touchdowns and call it a day. You know what I mean? But no, Russell Wilson isn't Peyton Manning. You know what I'm saying? I do got the Chargers winning that game. I do see it's going to be a very good defensive-heavy game for sure. And then eventually Chargers might end up taking over, even though they almost lost to the Browns, which I don't know what's going on with I don't know. These coaches lately have been making some really crazy, questionable calls. But yeah, with that said, that's all I have to say for these 2 weeks of NFL recap. Definitely be on the lookout for next week for another one after this week is over. Y'all stay good. Y'all stay blessed. Y'all stay healthy. Don't get sick like me. And yeah, peace.